First of all, where do you stand on some members of Congress looking to check the president's authority on tariffs? And what are the conversations you are having around this?
Well, I think that we've got to continue to let the president be the negotiator-in-chief, if you will. I think he has stepped straight forward with a program, with a plan that he put in place. And this is something he promised when he was on the campaign trail. He's following through with it, just like he said he would. And so we've got to give this some space. We've got to give it some time. And I think it's important. I think, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent already said that we've had somewhere 50, maybe even 60 or more countries that have been reaching out and calling, wanting to negotiate. So I do think it's important for us to give the president time to let these things work. And I just think the American people are patient. And that's really the conversations that I'm hearing. When I'm back in my own district over the weekend and talking with people, I think they understand that the president is standing up for the American worker that has somewhat been left aside. I know in my district, the District of North Carolina, you can ride down the spine of it and go through town after town that has suffered as a result of NAFTA and other trade deals that we've had in the past. And so bringing back jobs to America, bringing manufacturing back, I think are going to be some of the things that he's hopeful for. And quite frankly, the American people are hoping to see.
When you say give it time and be patient, and it's certainly a good sign that countries are willing to come to the negotiating table, would you consider or support a pause in tariffs to let those negotiations play out?
I think the president is really going to do it on a country-by-country basis, and it seems to be a one-by-one, not just a mass movement again, but as these countries are reaching out, he's having conversations with them. And again, I think we've got to allow this president to negotiate. I mean, let's face it. I mean, we have a president of the United States now who is demonstrating real leadership. He's unique in his ability to negotiate, and I think that what we're seeing play out really, and I've said this before, is we're seeing negotiations in real time. And this president seems to be able to do that. And I think it's important for the American people to continue to see how it happens. I mean, the markets, of course, everybody got very nervous, as we saw. And of course, anybody that has a 401k was concerned. But we've all seen dips in the market. We've also all seen shocking moments that the market faced. But again, as we see today, it's back up. And so that's a great encouragement. So I don't know how long it's going to take. Wish I had a crystal ball that I could look into. But I feel like that things will start to stabilize fairly quickly. And then I think we're going to just see and allow this president to negotiate with these countries.
Yeah, don't you all wish we could predict what happens next? It's what makes every day interesting. You mentioned Main Street and small towns and kind of looking at the spine of the concern right now. And as you drive around your district, we have spent a number of moments this morning talking to small business owners. One was from South Carolina. I just spoke with another one who has a small shoe company here in the U.S. What would you say to them? Because their concern right now is they're manufacturing most of their product in China because it's cheaper there. With the tariffs, the production of those goods will be double in China. But if they were to have it manufactured here in the U.S., which is the president's desire, and I think many would love that idea, it's 3 to 4 times the cost. So you've got small businesses who are at risk of not being able to afford it or pass that cost on to the consumer and still make it in China. How would you respond to those concerns in your state from small businesses who are trying to make ends meet and are worried they might not survive the interim of this?
Well, I think overall, you have to look at the big picture. And what the president is putting forth is really a new way of doing things and a new approach to it. And I think our business community will continue to make the adjustments that they need to make. Listen, the American people, I'm convinced in November of 24, simply said, we want to do government differently. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen. And I think we've got to give, again, these things time to adjust. We've got to give our business leaders space to also make their adjustments. And I think it's important, and we're going to see it happen. We've seen decisions already over the weekend. There was a furniture company that was in Canada that announced they were closing their doors there in Delta, British Columbia, and bringing 175 jobs, I think it is, to North Carolina. And North Carolina has been known for its furniture manufacturing. To be able to see that happen again in my own district last week, I met with an energy drink company that's well known. I'm not calling their name here, but if I were, they're building a manufacturing plant right there in our district that they're going to break ground on this fall. So I think if we can see manufacturing come back, we can see made in America. And of course, that's been part of the president's message. If you just buy that which is made in America, then there are no tariffs involved. And I think this is a long play. You've heard that statement before. There is perhaps some short-term adjustment for a long-term play that will benefit our country.
Yeah, just making sure that infrastructure is in place to handle it. Appreciate the conversation this morning, Congressman Mark Harrison. You're right about North Carolina-made furniture, some of the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ann.